Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter. Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter, and welcome to Goldilocks Global Banking News. I am your host. Folks, today Goldilocks is showing how Japan is the world's leader in XRP adoption, and the Japanese banking system is actually leading the charge for the world to follow the adoption of XRP, which in turn is the blueprint every country will follow in order to adopt XRP, therefore adopting instant foreign currency exchanges in the new banking system. Let's jump right into what Goldilocks is sharing today. Goldilocks is showing us that global payment systems are entering a critical phase of modernization. Payment systems, folks, whether you know it or not, let me explain it. Payment systems is the systems of which currency exchange transactions occur. Because when a currency exchange transaction occurs, let me explain this. When you hear foreign currency exchanges, folks, is not only people going to the bank and exchanging currency, or going to a dealer and exchanging currency, or traveling from country to country and exchanging one currency for the other. That is small scale currency exchanges. When Goldilocks is sharing about global payment systems, cross-border transactions, these foreign currency transactions are bank to bank, institution to institution. Your trillion-dollar institutions who trade in Forex daily in the trillions. These are the institutions. These are the ones that transact in the payment systems, aka cross-border transactions, aka Forex transactions. This is a whole nother level of foreign currency transactions when you hear payment systems, because these payment systems, Japan has their own payment system. The BRICS nations has their own payment systems. The U.S. is coming up with their own payment system. Iraq shares the same payment systems as India. Vietnam is on the Asian payment systems. And these payment systems are centralized hubs within regions around the world, and then they all connect electronically. So I want to preface this, so when you hear cross-border transactions and you're beginning to understand this is foreign currency exchange transactions or foreign currency transactions, this is not, we're not referring to going to the bank and exchanging currencies on a large scale. We're talking about the large scale in the trillions, which trickles down to the mom and pop community banks eventually. But there's something that Japan has just finalized that includes foreign currency transactions at the top, the middle, and the bottom of the banking system, which the world will model. As of April the 13th, 2 days ago, Japan has advanced from pilot programs to live testing of XRP for cross-border payments. Folks, this is the banking system, the bank to bank. What Goldilocks is showing is that the technology enables settlements of foreign currency transactions in under 4 seconds. In under 4 seconds. At approximately 60% lower cost than traditional SWIFT transfers. Before, folks, foreign currency transactions or cross-border settlement systems could be in days, 3, 5, 7 days, depending on the size of the transaction. Japan has completed them in 4 seconds with XRP. Combined with Japan's recent reclassification of cryptocurrencies as financial instruments under the Financial Instruments and Exchange Act, this development is viewed as a significant catalyst for boosting long-term institutional adoption and supporting upward pressure on XRP's price, otherwise known as the XRP's rate. So when you have a major banking institution such as the Japanese banking institutions completing the pilot program, completing the testing of XRP and cross-border payments, and in under 4 seconds, this is the model, the global model. And the Japanese banking system, folks, is one of the most sophisticated, and it is connected to every major banking system around the world. Think of the trading partners of Japan. Iraq is a major trading partner. Vietnam is a major trading partner of Japan. The United States is absolutely a major trading partner of Japan. Venezuela, Mexico, India, Indonesia, all major nations around the world are major trading partners with Japan. So with Japan being able to facilitate and execute cross-border transactions in less than 4 seconds using XRP, the world will follow. Goldilocks is showing us that major adoptions such as the systems in Europe, the UK, Australia, and others have implemented and are aligning with ISO 222, which is the absolute standard, the compliance standard for XRP that the majority of countries became compliant with in September of 2024. Goldilocks is showing the benefits of real-time cross-border efficiency. They create faster processing of cross-border transactions, lower cost. Actually, in the Japanese banking system, they tested as 60% cheaper to facilitate cross-border transactions in XRP versus the old system. Goldilocks is stating is that there are some challenges that still await because it's taking time throughout the world for some of the old systems to adopt to the new system, but it's happening. So in summary, Goldilocks is stating is that shared messaging standards led by ISO 222 are the foundational plumbing upgrade enabling the shift to real-time global payments or real-time currency transactions. They replace the fragmented, old, inconsistent central bank systems, and this directly supports the modernization trend, reducing time and cost for cross-border transactions. The benefits Goldilocks is stating and showing in international payments by providing a practical multilateral blueprint. It reduces the reliance on the old banking system structure, cuts costs for remittances, and cuts cost for, guess what? Cuts costs for trade. It improves financial inclusion and enables smoother integration with digital economy into the new banking system. It complements shared messaging standards like the ISO 20022. And it harmonizes, folks, it harmonizes the old banking systems to integrate with the new banking systems. Once the integration occurs with banking systems throughout the world, it allows different banking systems to connect with different banking systems. How? Through each country's payment systems. Each country and their own payment systems have been moving in their own speed, in their own way, to adopt the new ISO system. Although they were compliant as of September, the adoption has been ongoing and the majority of them are complete. But each banking system in each country have their own sophisticated and sovereign way of moving forward, and the majority of them are doing so. But it is Japan that is leading the way. Now, green light, pilot complete, test complete, now live. XRP, live, instant, less than 4 seconds of currency transactions completing. The world will follow. It's on. Be well, folks. We love you.
Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter.